Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the last class we were discussing about your what? Mensuration, the last part of mensuration, that is your hollow cylinder, area, volume, etc. we had discussed, and that chapter was completed. Then we had discussed so many things about polyhedron, okay, Euler's formula. These are the things which we had discussed in the previous class. So, in the previous chapter, today let us start a new chapter known as your statistics. See children, statistics you are going to read for the first time. Of course, you have some idea about statistics. In class 7 it was there to some extent. I have remembered the concept of mean, median and mode was there. But the term statistics was not there. So far as my knowledge is concerned. Okay. So what is statistics? You know what is mathematics. Now you are reading mathematics. You are reading mathematics. I am teaching you mathematics, etc. So statistics is another branch. You see, statistics is a special branch. You will find the you will come to know many things, a wide variety of things about statistics in your higher classes when you will go to enter into your degree level. Even in class 2 science, secondary level, there is statistics, which is a special branch, okay, like mathematics. So what is statistics? Let us discuss today. Children, suppose I am giving one example. Suppose your teacher will say, someone of you, please go and collect the data or information. What mark all the students had got in the last unit test. Suppose there was a unit test in few days ago, and your teacher said that someone of you please collect the marks scored by each individual student of the section. Say there are 40 students. So 40 students will have scored different marks. Okay. So if your teacher says you, then what you will do? You will go and collect information. You will ask each one by one to your friends, and you will write in a piece of paper the marks obtained by them. Okay. Then what you will do? You will give the mark sheet to the teacher. Okay. If the record will not be there with the teacher. Okay. Then, so here what did you do? You collected information. Okay. Some information from the students, from your friends. So those informations which you collected is nothing but your data. It is a data or it is known as a data or observation or score or variate. It has different names. Okay. So you see, the first step is what did you do? You collected information or data. Okay. After collecting data, what you will do? You gave the report to your sir, or you will do yourself. Okay. What you will do then? After collection of data, what is the next step? The next step is you have to present it. Okay. So what is meant by presentation? How to present? You see, the data that is collected can be presented in two ways. Either in the ascending order or in the descending order. That means we will write the data in ascending order or descending order. You can ask me, sir, why? What is the need to write the data in ascending or descending order? See children, if you write the data in ascending or descending order, what will happen? You can answer many questions looking at the data or observation instantly. Okay. So I am coming to the point later while discussing example. So this is the second step, presentation of data. Okay. Then what is the third step? After the data is presented, what the observer, the investigator, your teacher is the investigator or you are the investigator, whoever. So what is the role of the investigator? What he or she will do? Then she will analyze the data. Because what is analyze? Analyze means analysis of data. So if he does not analyze the data, how will he know? Suppose how many students have got more than 80% mark, or how many students have got say less than 60% mark. These are some questions. This is what analysis is. So the teacher has to analyze how many students have got more than 80%, how many have got less than 60% like this, how many are failed, how many average students. For that, he has to fix a criteria anyway. So this is what known as your analysis. Then after analyzing the data, what is the next step? What is the next role step of the investigator? Then he will draw conclusion. Conclusion means suppose out of 40 students, say 30 students have got more than 80% mark, 5 students are failed in the exam unit test, like this. These are conclusion, drawing conclusion or interpretation. So children, here I discussed how many steps? 4 steps. These 4 steps. First step is collection of data. Second is your presentation of data. Third is your what? Analysis of data. And fourth is your interpretation or drawing conclusion. Okay. So these 4 steps which are discussed in that branch of mathematics known as your statistics. That means statistics is a special branch which finds all these things, or in which deals with all these 4 things. In statistics, we discuss about collection of data, we discuss about presentation of data, we discuss about analysis of data, and then conclusion or interpretation of data. So I hope you understood. All these 4 areas which branch covers is known as your statistics. Okay. Then what is data? I told you data means any reliable information. Whatever information you collected, that is a data. It may, if I ask you what is your roll number, say 13, 13 is a data. Okay. If I ask you what is your name, you will say Sam, Sam is a data. So, but you see the difference. Sam is an alphabetical data while 13 is a what? It is a number, so it is a numerical data. Okay. So that is a data. So data, what is the other name? What are the other names of data? Data may be known as your variation. You see different terms used. Data means your observation. You see data is otherwise known as observation, score, variate, etc. There are so many terms. So in statistics, as I told you, what are the differences? The first step is your collection of data. Just let me summarize the thing. Collection of data. Then is your analysis of presentation of data. Okay. Then third one is your analysis of data, and the fourth one is the last step is your conclusion or interpretation, whatever you say. Conclusion. You see, these are the 4 steps or aspects or areas or scope which statistics cover. Then is your observation. Observation means I told you what is observation. Any information collected is an observation. Maybe numerical or maybe alphabetical. So what is the other name of your observation? Your score, data, variate, etc. Or raw data you can say. It is also called raw data. Raw, R-A-W, raw data. Data, raw data, etc. Raw data. Okay. Now, so this is what the concept of statistics is. Now we will discuss some other things related to statistics. Now the first is your range. What is meant by range? Let us see. So before I discuss what is range, see children, before I discuss range, suppose, you see what is the meaning of range. Suppose you are given, say, 5 observations, 5, 12, 18, 2, 36, etc. See, suppose let us take 5 observations, okay, or data, or 5 raw data, 5 score, 5 variate, whatever you say. See, now this is known as a distribution. So this is a distribution. In this distribution, there are how many numbers? There are 5 numbers or 5 observations. There are 5 numbers or 5 observations in this distribution. Now, each observation is a data or score or variate, whatever you say. Now, if I ask you which is the highest observation, you can easily say it is 36. And which is the lowest? The lowest is 2. See, the lowest observation or the lowest score is 2 and the highest observation is 36. So, what is range? Range is the difference of these two. The difference between highest score and lowest score, it will give you the range of the distribution. So, range are equal to highest observation, highest or maximum score, whatever you say, highest observation minus lowest observation. See, this is the formula to find. What? This is the formula to find the range of a distribution. It is the highest score minus the lowest score. Okay. Then next, the next is after range. You came to understand what is range of a distribution. Now let us discuss what is your what. Then is your frequency. Yes. You see, these are some of the terms. Before we actually enter into the topic, we have to understand all these terms. What is range? What is frequency distribution, tally mark, etc. These are the things coming under this chapter, this section, that is statistics. See, so what is frequency? Now let me tell you what is frequency. See, now consider the same observation. In this distribution, there are 5 observations. Now if I ask you, in this distribution 5 occurs how many times? 5, the observation 5 occurs how many times? The answer is 1. So we say that the frequency of 5 is 1. What is how many times 12 occur in this distribution? It is also 1. So the frequency of 12 is 1. I am giving another example. You know, in a particular over, suppose in a particular over, cricket match, in a particular over, suppose Virat Kohli, he scored the following runs. You see, this is the ball and this is the score. Okay. Suppose in the first ball he hit a boundary, that is 4. In the second ball again he hit a 6. Okay. In the third ball he scored 2. See. In the fourth ball he scored again 6. In the fifth ball he scored again say 6. In the sixth ball again he scored suppose 4. You see children. Suppose this is the number of balls in a cricket match. This is the score. These are runs scored by Virat Kohli in a particular over. In the first ball 4, second ball 6, third ball 2 like this. These are the scores in different balls. Now see. So here 4, 6 these are observations. See. These are observations. Now if I ask you, he has scored 4 how many times? You can easily say once, 2. That means this is the score or run and this is the frequency. See, if I ask you 4, Virat Kohli has hit 4 how many times? No, 2 times. So if the observation is 4, frequency will be 2. The symbol for frequency is F. Okay, it is usually denoted by small h. See, score or observation is 4 and it has occurred 2 times, so frequency will be 2. Now if I ask you what is the frequency of 6, you see, he has hit 6 in 3 balls, 3 times, the frequency will be 3. Now 2, he has scored only 1 ball, in 1 ball, so the frequency of 2 is 1. So what is frequency? Now it is very clear. Frequency means the number of times an observation that occurs in a distribution. In a particular distribution, how many times a number or how many times an observation or data occurs, that is known as the frequency. Okay. So I hope you understood what is frequency. Then let me discuss about tally mark. What is tally mark? See, children, in order to represent frequency, there is a symbol used known as tally. So what is tally? Let me tell you. Tally mark. Because if we understand all these things, then only we can understand what is frequency distribution table, how to prepare frequency distribution table, etc. Okay. Then there are so many things, histogram, pie chart, so many things are there in this particular chapter. Okay. So observation or score, then frequency, then tally mark. See, what is tally? Tally mark. So what is tally? Actually, frequency of an observation is denoted by a figure, column, you see, by a symbol like this. This is a tally. Tally is a line, you can say it is a vertical line or it is a slash line. You can use it in your own way, no problem. It is just a slash or you can take a vertical line. If this is 1 tally, if the frequency is 1, it will be given by 1 tally. If so you see, suppose frequency is 1, then tally, you will show it by 1 tally. Suppose frequency is 2. Suppose the frequency of an observation is 2. It will be shown by 2 tallies. You see. Suppose the frequency of an observation is 3. It will be shown by 3 tallies. If it is 4 tallies. You see. But if the frequency is 5, suppose the frequency of an observation in a particular distribution is 5, 9, 10, whatever. Okay. So how to represent this frequency by tally mark? What is the rule? The rule is more than 4 it is not allowed. More than like in your Roman numeral, you know, in Roman numeral, a numeral cannot be what? Cannot occur more than 3 times as a rule. Suppose you see Hindu Arabic numeral, this is Hindu Arabic numeral, this is Roman numeral. How to represent Roman numeral 4? Will you write I? No. But 3 is written as triple I. See. This is the Hindu Arabic numeral, this is Roman numeral. You see, triple I. But 4 you cannot write in this way. So what you will write? You will write the Roman numeral 4 is IB. IB stands for 4. Here 4I not allowed. That means a symbol cannot occur more than 3 times. Similarly, you see, if the frequency of an observation, is 5, we cannot show it by 5 tallies. Then what we will do? What is the rule? The rule is you see 4 tallies you show, then put a cross mark. So this will show the frequency 5. That means this tally will show that the frequency of the observation is 5. Okay. Now you can ask me, suppose the frequency of an observation is 8. Suppose frequency is tally. Suppose the frequency of an observation is 8. How to show 8 by tally mark? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. You see 8 tallies. Suppose the frequency is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Now the frequency 10 has been shown by tally mark. And tally mark is a must in frequency distribution. Okay. So what is tally mark? I hope you understood. Tally mark is nothing, just a symbol. It is used to represent the frequency by means of either vertical lines or slash line, whatever you say. And this rule you have to remember. And it will be very helpful in preparing your what? Frequency distribution, both ungrouped and grouped. on group frequency distribution and group frequency distribution, which we will discuss in the next class. So, my dear children, I hope whatever I discussed you understood. Okay, now frequency you understood, tally mark you understood. Okay, then what? Yes, data, I said data means your any what reliable information that is collected. Yes, another thing I forgot to say. Suppose you see the example which I had given, your teacher said you collect the data, collect information about the marks obtained by what? Marks obtained in the unit test, last unit test. So what did you do? You collected the information and you gave it to your teacher. So here you see the data you collected. So it is primary data for you. The data is here primary for you because you are the investigator. You collected the information yourself, not your teacher. So when you gave the data to your teacher, the data that you gave it to your teacher, it will become secondary for him. That means it may be primary, and what I mean to say, data may be primary or secondary. What is primary? If the investigator himself or herself collects the data, then the data is called primary. But if it is collected by someone else, then it becomes secondary. Okay, so I hope you understood the difference between primary data and secondary data. Okay, now so I discussed about frequency, tally mark, range. Then what is meant by yes, another thing. Again, data is of two kinds. See, data is, I said you see, please, it is very important, try to understand. Data may be primary, data may be secondary. Data is what? Any reliable information collected. What are the other names of data? Your score, variate, your observation, everything. All these terms are same. They are synonymous of one another. Okay. Then this data, again data is of two types. One is ungrouped data, the other is group data. Yes. Now whatever I am discussing at present, you see, suppose what I had taken that in the previous example, number of balls, you see, number of balls and the score. I had taken this example. In the first ball, say 4, second ball, say 2, third ball, say your 6, fourth ball, 6, fifth ball, say 4, sixth ball, say again 6. You see, these are the scores or observations. These are the also some data, number of numerical data. You see. So here is data is your ungrouped data, ungrouped, not grouped. So what is group data? It is completely a new concept. We will discuss it in another class. So here these scores or these observations or these data or these variates, these are what? These are nothing but your ungrouped data. Okay. So what I mean to say, children, data is basically of two types. One is ungrouped and grouped. Group data is very important. Ungrouped data, this is very simple. Any reliable information is called an ungrouped data, which may be numerical or alphabetical. Okay. So, ungrouped data, there is no difficulty at all to understand the concept of ungrouped data. So, in the next class, we will discuss what is frequency. You see, I discussed here what is frequency, what is tally mark. Then I will discuss what is ungrouped data. In the next class, I will discuss what is frequency distribution, what is ungrouped frequency distribution and how to make it. Then is your group data. Group data is very, very important to understand because in most of the time, the question comes to prepare group frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution, what is that? So we will discuss all these things in the next class stepwise. So my dear students, I hope whatever I discussed about statistics in this particular video or class, you must have understood. If it is true, I would like to request all of you to hit the like button and subscribe my channel so that I will be encouraged to discuss everything in detail. My intention is let me complete the chapter first. You should understand the basic things related to the chapter. Then only you can do problem. And I will also discuss problem after all chapters are completed. In the other upcoming videos, you will find problems from all chapters in detail. Okay. So if at all you understood, then I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy that my students are understanding whatever I am discussing. And if at all it is true, you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay. So we will discuss again in the same chapter, that is statistics. It will continue in another video. Okay. Thank you.